Fresh cup of coffee. Good stuff. Good stuff. Whew. Got the dinosaur shirt and everything. Look at that. Oh, all right. Okie dokie. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's absolutely fantastic, explosive dinosaur action. My goodness, it is going to be a very special treat. I've done this a few times before using Etali Primal Conqueror there. If you guys don't know, if you are new to this, dinosaurs is all I do. Dinosaurs is all I have done for 4 years, 5 years, I think at this point. Early 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, 5 years. Over 5 years, I guess. Huh. Yeah, and it's only what I play on this channel, basically, except for once every year on April Fools, something that isn't dinosaurs. But in my continuation, my Mythic climb, maybe I don't get there this month. That's all right. We know what we have to do against basically all the decks. However, tonight, Etali, Primal Conqueror. I had a fantastic chat, a fantastic comment from Golden Bear there. If you're watching right now or later on, yeah, I was thinking, I want to showcase this, show why it could be good, why it might not be maybe the best dinosaur at 7. Certainly is nice and flashy to take the opponent's card when it enters the battlefield. Of course, each player exiles cards. We play the non-land card that we exile and the opponent's non-land card as well. Very, very good value there, and we're left with a 7/7 trample. Love it. Beautiful. But we might get some not so good hits. The opponent's creature, it might not be a creature, it might be not much of anything, unfortunately. And then ours, perhaps we grab a Gwena. Maybe we have a Gwena out already. That would be a little bit unfortunate. A Marauding Raptor, a Hunt Master, something like that. Although there is a lot of big, powerful hits, so I think there's a better chance, at least for us, that we would get something good. It might be a Tyrannix Rex. That would be, fantastic right there. Man, if we got something big that was at least as powerful as Etali, it's kind of like Etali was free. Definitely along with whatever we get from the opponent. The question becomes, how often do we transform Etali? We'll see. We'll see. If we play this for 6 with cost reduction from maybe a Marauding or a Hunt Master, that still leaves us with needing an extra 3. It takes a total of 10 to transform Etali into Etali Primal Sickness. Man, that is crazy, gross, disgusting. It still could be a few turns. That's going to be a little bit rough for sure. And of course, this creature can be countered, killed fairly easily. However, with the Etali experiment, the title of tonight, both copies of Etali, let's keep this in mind. Whenever we see it, we're going to evaluate it. That's 2 copies of Ancient Imperiosaur. Before I started, I trimmed 2 copies. I had 3 in total. Now there is 1. 2 of those are this. Anytime we see Etali, we know it would have been Ancient Imperiosaur. Guaranteed. There it is. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what it feels like. Ancient Imperiosaur, well, it could come down as a 14 reasonably. Double Etali right there. And of course, if we can double Ancient Imperiosaur with Xenagos, one of my favorites at the moment, continued favorites, that would be good as well. Make Ancient Imperiosaur at 28, but Etali would only be a 14. Sadly, of course, doubling Etali Primal Sickness, a 22, however much damage they take is how many poison counters they get. Well, that's pretty nice indeed, I must say. How's it going? Hopefully all is well. Lucas, oh man, I'm excited. The sideboard did change a fair bit though. after last night, the couple times that were quite painful, I brought in some things that would have helped out in those matchups. A little bit of protection here. 4 copies of Tyvar's Stand just to help keep the early stuff alive. If Gwenna survives even a turn so that she can tap and ramp and untap and maybe chain a few big creatures. That may be all we need, but of course, late game if we top deck this, we sink all available mana into it on whatever creature is the biggest, possibly Carnage Tyrant. Let's say Tyvar's Stand X is 5, so we give Carnage Tyrant +5/+5 before combat. We make it 12 power. That 12 is doubled with Xenagos 24. Love it. Beautiful. And of course, Carnage Tyrant now has Indestructible, so it doesn't die to Death Touch creatures. Finally able to catch up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Catching up probably is going to be pretty hard for some of you, and I do understand. I mean, it would be unexpected. Well, I wouldn't expect everybody to watch every night. People have things to do, and of course I do this late, so some of you guys may already be sleeping. If that's the case, well, hopefully you got some good sleep as always. So yes, keep the things that can be interacted with alive. That's going to help get to the bigger stuff, and again, late game, top deck, love it. Make a thing bigger, get more wins, and instant speed interaction. I think it's time to dust off Reckless Rage here, the classic, absolutely fantastic instant speed interaction for a single red. We ping one of our own creatures for 2, but we deal 4 damage to target creature. And of course the classic pairing to Reckless Rage, Ripjaw Raptor, that is likely going to feel better against aggressive matchups, a little more mid-rangey, you could say, and it is nice to also have some actual true card advantage. Again, Xenagos, I feel that is card advantage. If you're doubling a big scary dino, it's like you have 2 of the big scary dino, and of course it synergizes quite nicely with Ancient Imperiosaur, as we have seen a few times. Man, that gets gross, pretty disgusting pretty quick, but there is only one Ancient Imperiosaur, so I think we may be running into situations where, man, I would have just rather a copy of this coming down big Etali. We'll see if we play it. We might get nothing, and then we're stuck with just a 7/7 trample. Kind of rough, unfortunately. Whew, yeah, Reckless Rage would have been nice last night against Is It Phoenix with Thing in the Ice, if you guys didn't see it. But if you did, you saw the multiple Thing in the Ices before it transforms into the Awoken Horror and bounces all our stuff, all our creatures. It is a 0/4, so the 4 damage lines up nicely, and 4 damage kills quite a few things. A lot of stuff. Possibly we could ping Shieldred. Shieldred does have 5 toughness, so maybe Shieldred is blocking a Topiary Stomper. Normally the 4 damage wouldn't be enough to take her out, but we ping her, boom. Topiary Stomper now can trade with Shieldred. Huntmaster possibly can trade with Shieldred, as long as we target some other dino. We take Shieldred down to only needing 1 more damage to be killed, and then Huntmaster, boom, sacrifices itself, gets her done. You wouldn't expect this to trade with that fantastic Phyrexian. Oof, crazy stuff. It's going to be good. Of course, we do lots of big, explosive, powerful things that a lot of decks have a hard time with. So already we're feeling pretty good, as I usually do. We'll see if we face Mono Green Devotion again. Is it going to be the 5th night in a row where the first match is Mono Green Devotion? I don't... Your guess is as good as mine, but I think I would bet it is going to happen. Oh, what's going on here? A little bit wacky. I think Arena updated or something. Huh. Okay. Either way, it's going to be a fun night. It's nice to slightly tweak this list night after night. I love it. I have such a good time. We'll get back to more interesting variations, stuff that is quite a bit different than this list, but for the most part, we get a very good sample size of one way to play dinos. Of course, there is many, and that could work. course, we don't know what the opponent is on. We already have 2 lands. I would think by the time I get to turn 3, I've drawn the 3rd land to go with this stuff. Could it be a lot better? Could be a lot worse. I'm gonna give it a go. Punk Monk, how's it going? How's it going? Hopefully all is well as it is here. I would hope to draw Huntmaster or Marauding Raptor or land, so any of those things, there's a pretty good chance to draw that. A very good chance, I would say. Huh? Cross the fingers. Ooh, what do we got? Oh, well, we got Marauding Raptor. 1 turn too slow, unfortunately. But like I was saying, it's either a land or it's one of those 2 drops. It's dead. Rough. Okay, not the end of the world. We'll get her done. Golgari Midrange, perhaps. Man, I always like risking stuff. Not the best idea in the world, as you can see right here. That's alright. At the very least, sometimes maybe I showcase perhaps what not to do. I would have hoped to get the 3rd land by this point. We have 2 copies of Gwenna, which is pretty nice. I imagine they will get rid of Topiary Stomper. Probably. They haven't played too many creatures, which is pretty decent. We don't have to be too worried. Okay. Topiary Stomper going away. They want to stop the potential stable ramp that we're going to get, or would have gotten. Topiary Stomper getting a basic land. You can't fatal push a basic land. You can't go for the throat a basic land. I'm going to get rid of Tranix Rex, though. That is the costliest thing, and it certainly could get rough. Could continue. Well, not off to the best start. Oh, we'll see. Your more nerdy account. Okay, good. Hulking Raptor especially. We haven't seen really any dinos from Lost Caverns of Ixalan, but the art for Hulking Raptor, I think it's going to be either a bigger Carnage Tyrant or a smaller Carnage Tyrant. Oh man, 2 of the 3 Xenagos is in, still no land. Well, that is how it goes. Very, very rough stuff. But yeah. Oh man, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be interesting to see if people are like, ooh, dinosaurs are finally good. But if you guys have watched me for any amount of time, you're going to know dinosaurs were already pretty good. Very good. Of course, I'm biased. I'm not the best person to ask, or maybe I am. I certainly would imagine I've played them the most. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm the best, but there's probably a decent chance for that. However, well, they had lots of killing stuff, painful stuff. Do I want Tyvar's stand? Well, we're going to trim Ancient Imperiosaur. You know, there's a good chance they take out lots of the creatures before I get to this. It might not come down very big. Pretty easy to target, especially Galta. We'll get rid of that. Etali, well, I'm going to keep it. 2 Tyvars. One T-Rex, yes. Bring in all the Tyvars, protect, of course, all this early stuff. Can't do a whole lot worse than not drawing that 3rd land. Let's see it go a bit better. Yeah. We'll get there. Oh boy, it's kind of a similar scenario. I'm going to do it. Oh, man. Oh, this is going to be interesting, folks. Possibly should have done the forest first, just in case I draw Rootbound Crag, something like that. Of course, turn 1 Thoughtseize. Pretty good, I must say. Oh, we've got the 3rd land. It probably should be Stomping Ground. I'm not going to take 2 damage if I don't have to. Having it enter untapped. Looks like they'll probably maybe exile something else. I would imagine Gwenna is done for. Well, if she sticks around even 1 turn and we got Regisaur, we would feel good. It could be Liliana. I mean, I'm certainly not blocking. I imagine they have some sort of removal for her. Pretty sure. there's Liliana. Okay, okay. To be expected. I want to see a Topiary Stomper. I'll just go with another one and hope for the best. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay, non-creature, non-land. We have only creatures. So that is pretty cool. They played Durez to not do much of anything. Etali, well, I think I would prefer Tyrannix Rex in most of these scenarios. Definitely. They both have the same converted mana cost of 7. Oh, that is, well, that certainly is very interesting indeed. Huh, I'll take it. Course shifting, Gwenna untaps. We're still left with Tyvar's Stand, which is very, very good. Oh, Jund Dinos, yes. Turn 1 Thoughtseize myself. Huh. I might do that. JDX, hopefully all is well. Things are going well with you. Question becomes, hasty shifting with trample, would that draw out a Fatal Push? Currently, Fatal Push cannot take out anything. A permanent has not left the battlefield. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna get shifting. Actually, wait. I'm gonna tap Gwenna. Haste and trample. We're still left with the 1 green. We will take out Liliana of the Veil. Doesn't matter what Cankerbloom does. I think this could be good. We might lose shifting, but they lose Liliana, and that's where it's at. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. Turbo Master, 100%. Send it, yeah. But definitely with the Jund Dinos, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 1 black, I've always felt is pretty rough, I must say. It was always very awkward for me. Could be Blood Crypt, something else, whatchamacallit, I forget off the top of my head. We'll sacrifice shifting. Potentially, we could get something nice and very, very big next turn. Not quite kill them, unfortunately, but still do a lot of good stuff. Oh, Huntmaster. Huntmaster's very interesting. Ooh, I like that Turbo Master, yeah. Oh, 100%. They sometimes do forget it, I must say. It is pretty nice and satisfying for sure. Do I like Regisaur though? It would be either Regisaur or Huntmaster, leaving behind Tyvar's Stand. Let's do it. Let's do it. I was thinking of setting up potentially with Tyrannix Rex next turn, cost reduction. If we drew a land with Gwenna, we would be able to get Tyrannix Rex. Oh yeah, definitely haste first. 100%. And, oh, interesting. So they will get rid of Tyvar's or Huntmaster. Maybe they're very scared of Tyrannix Rex as well. Dinos ruled the world, 100%. It does sound like a poem, yeah, huh? Ooh. Do want to take out, yeah, 100%. We're taking out Questing Beast. Certainly. Love to trade with that. Big time. Oh, they got Fatal Push. I knew it. I knew it was sitting in there. Man, we got a Huntmaster. We're not dead yet. They don't have a whole lot of anything, fortunately. We'll keep that dino back. We'll see what they do. See if they make... they got more lands. Good. Now the question becomes, go down to 6. Could we take them out next turn? Not quite. Something has to block something. That is the question. Gotta double block that Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Take it out. Menace is going to be a menace, that's for sure. Gwenna is great, 100%. Gwenna just levels up everything. It's exactly what I want. Doesn't get much better than that. Could they kill us next turn? I don't think so. Not quite. We'll do as much damage as humanly possible. I think we could be safe. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Oh, 100%. Much stronger. Oh, that is not good. Not good whatsoever. And we still can't play Carnage Tyrant, sadly. Oh boy. We can let one of those things hit. Oh, okay. I thought there was Fatal Push. I was ready to concede right there. But yeah, Gwenna is so good. I still feel just use all four. You want to see her as much as possible, and if she lives, it's going to be absolutely gross and devastating. Of course, Marauding, trade with the Canker Bloom seems pretty good, I would think. Yeah, and we can work with that. I mean, we're not dead yet, but we're probably dead. Oh, another Huntmaster. Man, that is... Can we hold on by a sliver, a hair? Technically we can. Oh yeah, 100% Ilharg. Yeah, no, we can't bust through it. She has first strike. That's not going to happen. Ilharg is large. I always pronounced it with a hard R. Ilharg. It's always fun to pronounce things not quite how you're supposed to. They mash it together, but then you take a letter right in the middle of the word and you accentuate it. Okay, well, it wasn't Mono Green Devotion. You got to admit, we broke the streak of the first match in the night always being Mono Green. Crazy, crazy stuff. Oh, I think Raptor should get like +3 or +4 because birds flying. Birds were probably harder to catch, you would think. So there should be an extra reward, not just 2. It's got to be 3 or 4. But then the text box describing that would be, pretty long. It wouldn't fit, unfortunately. So that's probably why they did it just +2, +0, and dinosaurs. You can't win them all, but you certainly can potentially win with this. Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean, that's an instant keep. A bunch of lands for Castle Garenbrig to get Tyrannix Rex. We've got our sources of red: Huntmaster, Topiary, T-Rex. Coming in hot. This opponent is not going to know what hit them at the moment. If everything sticks around, this is coming down on turn 4. Cross your fingers they don't have a counter. Oh, no counter. No counter. We got Carnage next turn. Turn 4 Carnage. That's how you do it. That's why you want to play so many. Do I want to attack? Let's get a cheeky little bit of damage in. Okay, flashy stuff. I should have expected something like that. Something up their sleeve. Well, now I know for later. Of course, it doesn't matter too much. That is very interesting, I must say. I never realized that interaction. Of course, I love seeing another Carnage Tyrant. We've got the 6th land to go Tyrannix Rex next turn. They can't counter, they can't kill, they can't target much of anything. But Esper or 4-color flashers. There's going to be a lot of flashing with this match, my. Arant and Giada. Look at the top. Cast spells with flash or flying from the top. Well, okay, we're just going to keep hitting them. Can't counter. Can't target. Can't counter. Can't target. This is why you use both copies. And hope they don't have... Well, they wouldn't have Settle the Wreckage. No. Good luck. Lights out. You better have a sweeper next turn. Certainly it's not the fastest variation of dinos, you got to admit. That's okay. We get to, beat up on people like this pretty nicely. Not sure why they didn't -2 and take out Tyrannox Rex, because they have 4 mana. They could have paid the Ward 4 cost. Currently, now they can't. That's just not happening. Will they instantly concede when they see the next Carnage Tyrant? Possibly. We've got the 7 lands for Topiary. That's pretty good. That is pretty darn good. And now we'll just hope they don't have something painful up their sleeve. Spell Queller. Not sure why they didn't play that too. Oh, 4 less. 4 less, yeah. So we played something so big, Spell Queller couldn't have even done anything. That's okay. That's okay. We'll still take out... wow. Most of their creatures. Fine by me. A total of 8 with Tyrannox Rex. Let's do the math. Arant and Gianna? Well, maybe they have another copy in hand. I imagine. Definitely get the Samurai up there. So we take out... yeah, that seems best. The things that have the most damage. Carnage Tyrant is 7. This is a total of 7 toughness. Okay. We'll take it. Oh, and it didn't matter. What am I thinking? There you go. Whew. Fired up. Man. It's nice to have a very good example exactly and pretty early on against a control-y type matchup like that. A good game. Yes, very. Whew. Whew. Maybe some of you are using only a couple copies of Carnage Tyrant. You don't feel comfortable jamming all 4 copies, but then you play it enough. You start thinking, man, I would like to see this more often. So you put in 4 copies, and then you go extra crazy, and you put in this with this combined. Who does that? Well, it's certainly nice that I did, because we smoked them. Smacked them hard. However, they have some targeted damage stuff, killing our stuff. I'm going to trim all the... Wow, okay. 1 Xenagos. We're going to keep 1 Etali, trim an Ancient Imperiosaur and a Ghalta. The stuff that can be targeted and dealt with pretty easily. Of course, Ancient Imperiosaur can be countered, Ghalta, Etali can be countered. And we had to make room for Tyvar's stand somewhere. Protect the early stuff, get to the later stuff. Oof, man, that was good. That was good. Alrighty. Let's hope we have as fantastic a hand. That was rough stuff to begin with. That first match tonight. Beautiful. And I won't attack with Huntmaster. I learned my lesson. They got flat. I don't think... Well, you got to admit. 8 things for 2. 8 things for 3. That's a total of 16 things. I would hope to see one of those 16 things by turn 3. Maybe they have lots of counter spells and removal. So if I'm not doing anything, the opponent might not do anything. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. Am I the master? Or am I the master? Hashtag pre-recorded, and that has happened often enough. That's not the what am I saying? What am I saying? We saw lots of lands and big stuff. Let's get this countered. Let's see if they do have... Oh, no counter spell. Nothing to kill. This is positive. If they don't have a counter for Gwenna... Spell Queller. I did kind of expect this. That's okay. We'll get her done. The algorithm is the master, huh? I beat down the algorithm. Oh, 100%. 100%. A dino that's a land on the other side. Land before dino, or something like that. An homage to the land before time. That would be pretty cool. Can't attack with Marauding, unfortunately. We could get Regis or Alpha next turn. We do have that cost reduction. We will be at 4. I just have to hope they don't have another counter spell. Cross your fingers. Ooh, I like that. You know what? I'm gonna wait. They're gonna do something to something. I'll wait to get Carnage Tyrant. See if they use removal on Marauding. Okay. Test the waters. Don't give them ideas. Okay. The secret lair. Oh. I gotta give them good ideas like that. Maybe I can be, advisor to secret lairs. And then I'd make them extra good. A Lego secret lair, a Lego Star Wars secret lair, or a Lego Jurassic World secret lair. Combine all kinds of different IPs and man, we'd be off to the races. Now, hopefully there's nothing to exile Carnage Tyrant or something like that. Hey, it can't get a whole lot worse. Well, I mean, in your opinion. I love Magic. Beautiful. Fantastic. They'll do just about anything. Oh, okay. We got a Leyline Binding, which would have dealt with either Marauding or Regis or Alpha, I guess. But this is a lot of flying damage. Nasty. Painful. Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate, that turn of events, I must say. Well, I'm going to pay the 2 life. I'm going to try to get Topiary down, just because I could get to 7. Hope it does. Oh, it eats another Spell Queller. Well, that is going to do it? Yeah, that's going to do it. They have too much flying 6. You can't raise them with Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately. Man, rough stuff. Reckless Rage, I guess, could have been good. Come to think of it, taking out the Spell Queller, getting to cast the thing that it exiled. Oh, I think so. Tyvar Stand, Turbo Master, 100%. Keep that early stuff alive, and I have used protection spells in the past. I like the looks of that. It really just puts it over the edge. And, of course, like I mentioned at the beginning, Tyvar Stand supercharging something, making it bigger, doubling it with Xenagos. Perfect fit. Absolutely everything I could want in a protection spell. Now the question becomes, will they counter this? Will they wait to counter the next thing, which they can't, which is shifting? Oh, there's the Cunning Night Bonder. Well, I'm going to attack with Marauding. Going to get in some damage. I'm going to leave things alone. Of course, I wouldn't get the maximum benefit if I played shifting. We'll wait and see. I imagine they're going to take out one of those. Exile Marauding. Do it. Good. It is interesting how times change. People change. Do I want to take... we're going to take out the Wandering Emperor. That is going to be lovely stuff. Take advantage of being at 4 with the cost reduction. But you saw there, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense always to have 2 Maraudings. But you played 2 Maraudings in anticipation of the opponent taking one out, which means you're left with 1. If you only had 1 out, they would have killed that 1. And then you'd have none on the following turn. Big brain plays, as they say. You know what? We're going to try for Etali, potentially. We've got 2 sources of red with the Rootbound Crag and Karplusan. Oh. Ouch. Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. We still got lots of good stuff coming up. Maximum aggression. Not okay. No, that's rough. That's rough. Well, it's rough artwork too, yeah. That's okay. They didn't have as much money, and nowadays they have a little bit more money, I guess you could say. And I guess maybe art just progressed, something like that. We should basically beat them with this, I would imagine. Shifting Ceratops, hopefully there isn't, excuse me, you know what, hopefully there isn't Settle the Wreckage. Cross your fingers. Nah. That's gotta do it. I don't think there's Settle the Wreckage. Oh my goodness. Settle the Wreckage. Ah, that is dirty stuff. That's okay though. We get a bunch of basic lands. We get 4. I like it. We do get Etali next turn. Hopefully they play something. War Kiora, yes, I have done that Turbo Master 100%. 100%. And speaking of old art, do I want to go Hunt Master and Etali? I can do that. I can do that. Let's try for Hunt Master and Etali. Cross your fingers, folks. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, we got it. Woo, woo, okay. Strap yourselves in. This is about to be, big and nasty and scary. We got a flying thing. We can save ourselves next turn. Go time. Not dead. Well, that's how she goes. Lots of flying certainly does the trick. Sadly. That's alright though. That's alright. We got a tally down. Perhaps I would have enjoyed Ancient Imperiosaur. Not really. I wouldn't have given it haste. Shifting Ceratops, come to think of it. That could have been good. But still, the other Spell Queller would have dealt with shifting anyways. Spell Queller is the bane, unfortunately. Maybe I should try War Kiora. Maybe. Someday. We'll see. I think War Kiora Behemoth Beckoner, maybe it's just best in Mono Green Devotion. Tapping, untapping Nykthos, supercharging the ramp, probably getting more draw, potentially, with her ability as well. Storm the Festival, searching for permanence. Hard to say. I think there is better stuff at 3. I think Gwenna instead of War Kiora probably would be better. They do kind of similar things, you know. Kiora gets bigger, creature, taps for mana of any color. Not that it is a problem, but we don't have a big land that is making a bunch of mana, so I think I probably prefer Gwenna, come to think of it. Not this hand. Oh, way too risky with all those big scary dinos, definitely. Huh, I have never heard of those JDX. Very rare in him. Huh, okay. I'm always up for it. I still did write down from last night the gas station encounters and favorite trip. I didn't get a chance to check them. Oh, it's gotten worse. Man, okay. Okay, from 2 lands to 1 to 1. That's how you don't get it done. Okay. One more mulligan. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Ugh. Ouch. Gotta happen at least a few times a night. You can't hide that stuff when you're live, that's for sure. We didn't see what they were on. Of course, I could have kept something, gained that information, so that would have been probably better. I haven't watched them. No, I haven't watched them, GDX. Okay. I know the perfect relief after finishing a workload before I go to bed is playing more Magic the Gathering Arena, the best game ever. That is the perfect way to relax for me. 100%. I'm going to try this hand, of course, still a wee bit rough, We got 2 lands at least. We've got Gwena. And they have counter spells or something of the sort, I would imagine. Oh, it's not the wrong answer. I'm going to keep up with that because I am a rebel. I blaze my own path of good stuff. Good, wholesome, good quality Magic the Gathering arena playing. Before bed, anytime. Oh, hold on a second. They might make me pay an extra one. Let's try and ramp a wee bit. See what we draw out. Okay, this is good. They may have had a counter spell, and they might be saving it for something bigger. If we get a land next turn, we do get Tyrannix Rex, though. Magic the Gathering, best game ever. Oh, we've got Grixis, Archfiend, Alteration. Whatchamacallit, something. Okay. I like the Carnage turns. We are dead next turn. They're going to make Topiary Stomper. Unfortunately, a copy of Archfiend. Topiary Stomper being Archfiend without counters means we automatically lose. Let's get that concede button ready. Oh boy. Oh boy. Slap it on that Topiary Stomper. Metamorphic Alteration. Okie dokie, okie dokie. That's how she goes. Whew, yes, blaze my glory. I will. Blaze my dinos. Blazing new paths to defeat. Sadly. You got combos. Oh! What combos do you have tonight? Maybe you should explain what combos are for anybody that doesn't know. But yeah, Metamorphic Alteration. I've faced this deck a lot before. A thing is a copy of Archfiend, but our copy doesn't have those oil counters. And when? At the beginning of our upkeep, we remove a counter. If it has no counters, we lose the game. It already had no counters, so we automatically lost the game. But we have a sneaky thing that is going to help. We're going to hope they don't have a counter spell for... Oh, what am I thinking? I forgot. I conceded a bunch. Yeah. I thought that was the first game, but it was rough that first game, and it went so fast. Mulliganed a wee bit. I was scratching my head. I thought I was playing best of one for a second because it went back to the opening screen there. All right. Yeah, some hits, some misses. You can't avoid it, but you can always have a good time. Absolutely. Ayuso J01. Keep instant, keep big time. Love it. It's going to be a little bit awkward potentially in the middle, but 3 lands, 2 Maraudings. That could mean 2 reduction on Xenagos, taking it down to only needing 3. Oh, well, we've got... Let me think. What might this be? That's a good question. Probably Gruul vehicles. We'll see Marauding go down to maybe Obliterating Bolt. I hope not. Okay, good. Just a classic Reckless Stormseeker. We do take that damage. Lovely. Fantastic stuff. I guess I have heard of JPEG Mafia before. Danny Brown? No. No. Oh, this is certainly getting good. We could get Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. Cross your fingers. Gonna hit him with Marauding just in case maybe we lose it. Of course, I'm not going to block with any Marauding. That was not happening, so I want to take advantage of it temporarily being 4 power. Man, Gruul vehicles. Painful. However, Reckless Rage is going to probably devastate them, I would imagine. Probably. A wee bit too slow. Castle Garenbrig, well, I do like that. Question becomes, could we save ourselves? You know what? We could. We go Carnage Tyrant. We've got 3 things to block. I love it. Now let's think. Let's do the math. Could I hit them with 2 Maraudings and still live, keeping just Carnage Tyrant? 2 cats would tap. Eska's Chariot could be 5. Reckless Stormseeker 2, so that's 7. Another cat is 9. No. Just 1 Marauding, maybe, but they could have removal for 1, so we wait. If we survive, they might be dead to Ancient Imperiosaur. Hope. Oh, let's see what they do. Oh, Voldaren Thrillseeker. That is going to... Well, that will kill us. They'll sacrifice that, dealing 7, and then a bunch of other damage is going to continue on through. I'm pretty sure. Well, okay. Well, we'll get them. Alright, we block everything. We're left at 1. Okay. I'll take it. We're not dead yet. Okay. Okay, let me think. Let's do the math. Ancient Imperiosaur, Hasty. Xenagos at least gets Carnage Tyrant 2. 14. Not quite. Regisaur sadly only gets me 4 creatures. If that Marauding had survived, they definitely would have been dead. 100%. Put on... Okay, well, that does sound interesting, JDX, I must say. Do I have a way out of this? I don't believe so. Not quite. Nah, that's not going to do it. So close. So close. Man. Just right there. We could have played Regisaur Alpha. Would have had 5 creatures. All 5 creatures would have tapped for Ancient Imperiosaur. Actually, I would have played Xenagos, tapped a bunch of stuff. Alright. We know what we have to do. We've got Reckless Rage. That's going to be lovely. Ripjaw Raptor. Also lovely. Trimming a bunch of stuff on the top. Big time. They're going to have the Akroan War. They're going to try and steal things. So I want to take out Galta. Very painful if they steal it. Trim a couple more. Shifting Ceratops. Yeah. All the shifting. 1 T-Rex. We'll get her done. Now I must say, switching shifting with Ripjaw. Ripjaw is 4 power. Doesn't quite get Gwenna's ability. If you cast a creature with power 5 or greater, she untaps. She puts a counter on herself, and that is not a hand I can count on, I must say. 1 land is not going to do it. Not even a source of red, and that is... Well, it's better than the previous hand. Nothing cheap. I'm gonna try it. We can't keep mulliganing forever. That's for sure. Oh yes, Commander Crane, good stuff. Of course, that list you posted, featuring Ripjaw Raptor and Reckless Rage. Lovely stuff. You can never go wrong. It's always going to be good. I mean, eventually we will get to Regisaur. Let's watch that Reckless Stormseeker turn 2, as always. Of course, no Reckless Stormseeker. This is very positive, I think. That might buy us enough time. Lovestruck Beast doesn't have haste. Okay. And we got a Huntmaster. We're making something happen. If Huntmaster survives, we get Tyrannix Rex next turn with that cost reduction. The sacrificing of Lovestruck Beast. I must say I don't love it. Do I want to take 14? That's the question. probably need to preserve Huntmaster. I'm going to take it all. I'm going to hope that they don't have removal on Huntmaster. That's okay. We're not dead yet. Oh, we've got the Reckless Rage. 2-page double-spaced about my personal interpretation of Danny Brown's atrocity exhibition. I don't know if I have time for that. That's the question. Do I like T-Rex? Big, scary. Do I want the Reckless Rage? Now we're going to go T-Rex. I imagine they might just play Jengatha next turn. They have a total of 5 with that Llanowar Elves. I like this better. Yeah. We don't have one left over for Reckless Rage, unfortunately. And certainly they could do something scary. I could hit them. Could play it safe. Would they take us out next turn? Maybe. You know what? I'm going to hit them. I do have Huntmaster that could block something big. Let's try it. 8 damage certainly is a lot. Maybe if I was at 4. If I was at 5 or less. Double Stomp would do it from Bonecrusher Giant, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I could have a Double Stomp. Let's see if we take out Llanowar Elves. We'll hope they don't have a Double Stomp. Oh, man. Oh, Jengatha. That's not going to do it. Going to fail your class. Ah, nuts. I am very sorry about that fact. And their most... hold on a second. Hold on a second. We need to use up as many non-red sources. Shelter Thicket, red source. That can be a colorless. Yeah, I like that. And Jengatha should go down, I imagine. Do I like the looks of that? Jengatha trading with Regis or Alpha is not enough. They only go down to 1. That can't happen. Do we have enough to save ourselves? Should I just hit them with Tyrannix Rex? Probably. Yeah, just Tyrannix Rex. Reckless Rage will take out somebody, I would imagine. Hopefully. Oh, phew. Oh. Got him. Good. Love it, yeah. I'm glad I actually did the math for once. Very, very proud of myself. Yeah. Phew. For a second there, I must say, I was about, let's attack. They're going to go down. Nah. 8 plus 3 is 11. 8 plus 3 is not the 12 that they were at. Yes. Let's hope I do it again. Hopefully seeing Ripjaw Raptor, of course. Let's pair that Reckless Rage, draw a card, 4 damage to a creature, take out, Reckless Stormseeker. The opponent has mulliganed once, so that is good for us. And we got to keep a pretty good stunner of a hand. Oh, nuts. Is it Reckless Stormseeker coming in hot? Hopefully not. Ooh. I wonder if they're going to play Essica's Chariot next turn. Kind of like that SpongeBob SquarePants meme with Squidward, where SpongeBob is ordering a bunch of stuff, and then Squidward says, daring, aren't we? Imagine that may just be it. They've got a ton of stuff, as is the case, unfortunately. Ouchie. Oof. I don't know. That's how she goes sometimes. Are we dead next turn? Not quite. Ripjaw Raptor actually could deter some of their aggression. It won't probably deter enough. We'll play it. I want to see Ripjaw at least a few times tonight, just because I don't always use it. Okay. Well, that tends to do the trick. No. They did their thing. Of course, faster, more creatures. Chances are you're going to lose to some type of deck. I had a couple things that could help. Just didn't quite see the exact mix I would have liked. Oh, excuse me. Well, sometimes it's the right choice, but I want to get back to actually, pausing. Dinosaurs, of course, are very aggressive. It's hard to rein them in, I must say. Just holding back. But if you do, we're going to find different outs, better things. Brushing up at least on that angle from my side, I think is going to help. Dinos can practice patience, as I think we all can practice patience a little bit more. Did I experiment? Yeah. I thought for a second I didn't spell experiment right. I was looking at it. Alright, let's see some more control. Certainly, control is my favorite, I must say. When you have Carnage Tyrant and T-Rex, lovely stuff. Oh boy. Oh, okay, I can work with that. We're seeing something Yorion related. Chances are that's going to be enchantments. Whenever they enter the battlefield, they do a thing that hurts us. Hopefully, at least one of those marauding sticks around. Would be nice to get Etali this go. Etali this game. Another Castle Garenbrig is lovely stuff. Forgotten Weapons. Vlogging through history. I do like the sound of Forgotten Weapons, I must say. Jack the Ripper Thesis. I hear that guy was pretty bad. Did some bad things. I did expect something. Counterspell that makes me pay 1 or 2, unfortunately. Keep testing the waters with Marauding. We're going to keep testing the waters with that. If they have something that makes me pay 1, well, okay. More counterspells. Nuts. It's kind of like that match last night where the opponent, that's all they had, unfortunately. We will get to Carnage Tyrant, guaranteed at this point, which is that's pretty decent. Removal on Gwenna, perhaps. That thing, Fateful Absence. I was about to say it, I swear. That does sound pretty good. It's nice when people can present history in an interesting way. It's pretty hard. Putting it all together, writing a script, lining everything up. The visuals, I assume, are pretty good with these videos. Keeping people's attention with that and presenting the information in the best way. The most interesting way, because sometimes it could be boring, the pacing and everything. Let's hope they don't have a sweeper. If they do, they're going to use it, which means we get Regisaur nice and safe. We're still off of Etali, unfortunately. We have potentially 6 green, and that's also a thing. Etali needing red, we can't elevate Castle Garenbrig's ability to power out bigger stuff. 100% Tyrant incoming. Hopefully Etali at some point. Double Regisaur Alpha. Now that's interesting. I imagine they'll do something to Regisaur. We can either pop the clue, see what we get. You know what? I'm going to pop the clue. Maybe getting to a second source of red for Etali a little bit. Okay. Okay, I like that. Something that can't be countered. There you go. Lovely stuff. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to sweep next turn. Okay. I've always wondered about reacting. Of course, Commander Crane, with your love for dinos, enjoyment, and many other people, as we start getting to Lost Caverns of Ixalan, I think maybe I should do some reacting. Very tame reacting, not like roasting or anything, but to what other people think of the deck, how they build the deck. I'm going to try for a Xenagos. Let's do it. Let's hope for the best. Good. Very nice, I hope. Ouch. Exiling. March by the Worldly Light. Leyline, no, not Leyline Binding. Bouncing it with Brazen Borrower. Something's coming up. Teferi. Okay, not too bad. We could see a Carnage, a T-Rex, play any of those things. Well, the question becomes, do they have a counterspell? They gotta have a counterspell, but if they do, let's try for a thing that's gonna do lots of good things. More than Regisaur. Either way, somebody was being... Oh, do they not? Oh, do they not? Oh, they don't. They don't. They don't have a counterspell. Folks, prepare yourself. Oh, boy. We get Gwenna and the Wandering Emperor. That's... okay. It's not nothing. Huh. I've never played with the Wandering Emperor. I hear it's pretty good. Oh, 100%, yeah. And I have been thinking of brushing up my own videos, not doing just live stuff. I guess I can put a counter on Etali and attack. Would they have their own Wandering Emperor? Actually, they probably would. Oh, they gotta have something. No, not doing it. I want to flip Etali next turn. Gotta have something. And we're about to find out. Okay, so maybe they couldn't have taken out Etali. We'll see. I still feel it was up there, waiting in the wings. Lemino. Okay. I'll write that down. Lemino. Oh boy. Flip Etali next turn. Let's do it. Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. They don't have a whole lot more in hand. They do have 5, so they certainly can do lots of painful things. We can't flip Etali. At the very least, we do get to play Regis or Alpha. See if they got something for this. Of course, this Etali being an Ancient Imperiosaur, that ward too maybe could have come in handy right now. Well, let's put a counter on the token. Yeah. Gotta do something to someone. Try and take out Teferi. Oh, I knew it. I knew they had it that previous turn. I don't know. Certainly getting away from us, that's for sure. I still think Etali in that instance probably was a little bit better than Ancient Imperiosaur. Maybe. It was just nice to see it come down. They had so much mana up, and they didn't have something for it. Or they just had that Wandering Emperor ready and waiting to exile it whenever it attacked. Ooh, Shark Typhoon is probably going to do us in as they make big, flying, painful sharks. This is not going well. Shifting Ceratops, though, protection from blue. It is going to fly, or I guess go under those flying sharks because they can't block it. Making that token bigger and bigger. Oh, well, speaking of shifting Ceratops, there you go. Ask and you shall receive. Maybe we can get her done. Do something good at least. Yeah. First strike on that shifting. I'm going for a Teferi. That's a lot of damage. They're probably going to do something to someone. Okay. Take him out. Good stuff. I like it. That Samurai would have blocked at least Regis or Alpha. Doing 10. They're down to 8, but leaving them with the Fairy, I think wouldn't have been very good. Ooh, I was going to say they do have a sweeper, but that is not the case. We're going to see if they hold up the mana for Hull of the Storm Giants. They don't. Okay. Well, at least they lose the shark. This is pretty good, I must say. That's alright. We'll take it. Oh, okay. They have another Teferi, unfortunately. Alright. Well, maybe we got Carnage Tyrant. Can we bust through? Potentially. We can play Regis or Alpha this turn at the very least, which is quite nice. Can't attack, unfortunately, because again, that shark is a little bit too big. Extra scary. Hopefully they don't draw anything too impactful here. Eventually getting that Wandering Emperor, which we'll have to be worried about. They have enough for Memory Deluge, 7, making a 7/7 shark. Also not so great. Oh, farewell. Well, ouch. Tends to do the trick, I hear. Exiling lots of stuff. Actually, how much mana do I have? Not enough for Regisaur and Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately. I don't think we'll be clawing our way back anytime soon. I'm going to try and take out Teferi. I'm going to hope that the one card in their hand is not something that stops this. It is. Absorb, maybe. Hopefully it's not Absorb. It's got to be something. Alright, good stuff. Good stuff. We would take the Fairy down to 1. That's okay. Maybe Carnage Tyrant is going to stick around. Well, no. Carnage Tyrant is going to get haste with Regis or Alpha. But I have so many lands. So much potential to draw. I'll hold out hope. We'll see what happens. Interesting. They would make a big 7/7 shark, which would trade with Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately. That might be the only thing they do. Kind of like that. But we gotta do math again. Bear with me. Do we have a total of 9? Carnage plus Topiary. Castle Garenbregen. Oh, that's 6. Oh, we do. Well, that is pretty nifty, I must say. I'm glad I did that math. And I'm hoping they don't have something. You know what. Good stuff. Good stuff. Of course, very nice attacking with that Topiary Stomper. I think that's what probably they'll do. I bet. Gotta be. It's pretty cool to have exactly enough just for that. Oh, okay. Interesting. They still get to go Wandering Emperor, so I guess that does make quite a bit of sense. Yeah, no, we're not busting through that. No. Adding things up, they would have made another shark. Shark trading with Regis, or at the very least bouncing, exiling. Wandering Emperor would have come down, which would have made a shark. She would have exiled Regisaur. One shark would trade with Topiary. Carnage Tyrant would have tickled him a little bit, taking him down to 11. No. But we still probably will get the job done. Again, Etali, very fun. Again, similar to Ancient Imperiosaur. That's something I would look to cut against this type of deck with counter spells and painful stuff, bringing in, of course, the Tyvar stand, which I hope is going to shine bright. I think it will. I would hope. I mean, we're geared pretty heavily to beat this type of deck. Certainly have a few creatures at the top that can be a pretty nice menace. Is this hand going to be menacing? I don't think it's going to be enough. Maybe if there was something cheaper kind of sprinkled in the middle there. Okay, that's better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll take it. Question becomes, send Tyrannix Rex to the bottom? Yeah, send it to the bottom. Play it as safe as possible. They got lots of funny business to deal with our business. So keep all the lands, marauding, Tyvars. Turn 2 marauding. That does mean Topiary Stomper for 2 on turn 3. Which also means I'm left with 1 extra for Tyvars that can protect marauding, which is very good. I'm going to be looking forward to doing that. It's very nice though. Of course, going first, we at least get to resolve the turn 1 or turn 2 play, whatever it is. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is getting better. Have a land enter tapped. Do it. Okay. Ready with that counter spell now. What will it be? I will have an extra 1. You know what? I'm going to try for Topiary Stomper just in case it is something that makes me pay 2. Make disappear. We did see that the previous game. Change the equation. Good. I would rather them burn a counter spell on Topiary than Gwenna. Gwenna does have much more potential to help us out. We get a Protect Marauding, which is lovely. Now we just have to hope they don't have... If they have Make Disappear, I'll take that too, just in case. Oh, good. Potentially they don't have a counter spell. I'm going to attack with Marauding. We're going to see what happens. Castle Aganjo. Oh, a shark. All right. Play your sweeper. Do it. Do Supreme Verdict next turn. I dare ya. Let's get him. Where's that Supreme Verdict? Play your 4th land. Sweep us. Oh, they got Wandering Emperor. This is interesting. Very interesting. If it's the Wandering Emperor, of course, Tyrannix Rex is going to be lovely. But do I want that extra mana to also still save? I'm going to do that. Going to tap for a bit. Again, Xenagos. is at least 5. She's going to untap, and maybe this draws out a counterspell, but maybe again they are waiting to cast Wandering Emperor or Settle the Wreckage, something like that. And then we still wait. Nah, I think that's what they have. Or maybe they just had Memory Deluge. So we could have certainly dealt a lot of damage. But if they do have a sweeper, I get to save Gwenna. And of course Xenagos is going to stick around because it has Indestructible. It doesn't go down to stuff like that. Try and kill her. Do it. You know you wanna. If everything sticks around, we kill them next turn. If they tap out, they are dead. Xenagos has, we have a total of 4 devotion. Tyrannix Rex is going to get us the final 3. Oh my, 1 hit KO. Cross your fingers. Sweep, 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 sweep. No sweeping. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, we got it. That's it. That's what I was hoping for. Gwenna, tapping for 2. We're left with 1 actual land. Is that going to be it? Maybe. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, here goes nothing, folks. Boom. Dead. Done. I mean, it could be Settle the Wreck. Oh. Ooh. There you go. Played him like a fiddle. You gotta admit, that's pretty decent stuff. Ask yourself the question, do you want 1 Gwenna or do you want 4 Gwennas? If she elevates everything you're doing, which is very risky and scary, not a lot of interaction, I must say. That feels pretty off for most people, and maybe it is not quite the best way to do it, but I also have the best interaction in the game. What is the best interaction in the game? You say, you're like, oh no, there's no interaction here whatsoever. The best interaction in the game is the interaction with the opponent's life total. You interact with that and you take it down to 0 and you win. And if your interaction is big stuff that the opponent maybe can't do anything about, I don't know. I like it. I like it indeed. Straightforward. Lots of stuff tries to kill our stuff, but if our big stuff can't be killed, can't be countered, it has worked out in the past. Nothing works out all the time, and maybe everything evens out to roughly about 50-50. Something like that. Hopefully this works out. I mean, it's a very decent potential. Of course, always nice to see that Sheltered Thicket. It has to enter tapped. Partly why, it's kind of nice. I don't use the Land War Elves or Elvish Mystics, so I get to comfortably do that. And uncomfortably watch Huntmaster go down. Change the equation. Well, let's get them burning those counter spells. Something is going to stick. Ooh, that painful Chrome Host Seed Shark. I have seen that before, I must say. Rough stuff, rough stuff. Whenever they cast a non-creature spell, they incubate X, where X is the spell's mana value, and then they can pay 2 to flip it to make it something. Will they have a counter spell for Regisaur? Well, probably. We do have 2, so might as well try it out. Gotta be something. I'd be surprised if it landed. Okay. That's how she goes. Yeah. Ooh. Cycling that Shark Typhoon. They don't have anything left. Would they have a Wandering Emperor? Do I want to hit them for 2? Nah, we'll play it safe. I want to preserve Marauding just in case to hopefully get Tyrannix Rex Next turn, if I had attacked with Marauding, maybe they would have had... Ooh, okay, okay. Here you go. Get him, I hope. Very good stuff. Of course, attack with T-Rex. You're not taking that out. Good luck. Oh, okay, so there is a Settle the Wreckage. Well, that does tend to do the trick. Okay. Hopefully they don't have another one. My goodness. It has been a fair bit of Settle the Wreckages tonight. Maybe that was still the same opponent. Of course, Control can go on pretty long. Man. One of few things that can bring us pain, and I would have hoped for a Carnage turn. By this point, almost a quarter of the way through, only seeing one Tyrannix Rex. Rough stuff. Certainly enough lands at this point. Well, that's all right. Actually, not really. Those tokens are going to be pretty big. 2 4/4s and a 2/2. Ooh, ouch. You know what? We're going to swing with Marauding. That's going to trade with one of the 4/4s, which allows me to play Huntmaster safely after Marauding Raptor goes down. I'm okay with that. Okay, that's interesting. Huh. I figured they might have traded with it. Alright. Ooh, that's, where's that Carnage Tyrant when you need it? If we don't get something in the next turn or two, that's probably going to be it. Yeah, we can't bust through a 4/4. They're going to make one 4/4 and trade with Regisaur at the very least. Now, that's got to be it. Actually, when did I start? I forgot when I started. Sometimes it is so late. Okay. Almost an hour and a half. Well, we'll sadly get another Marauding. Yeah, we're not busting through those tokens. They can transform it at any time, so that's not happening. They could have made 2 4/4s, a 3/3, whatever. Yeah. Pretty good stuff, that darn Chrome Host Seed Shark and that darn Settle the Wreckage. You don't always see it, but it certainly does the trick, packs a punch. I'm always curious if they have the play set. Is it just a couple copies in the sideboard? I really wish there was some function where you could see exactly what deck your opponent used, all the cards afterwards. Maybe draw a few cards just to see what you would have gotten if you had, stuck with it. Not that that's always the best idea, especially against stuff like that. Sometimes there's an out and sometimes it's no. You don't get her done. Kale Fest. More Control. That's my bet. With that Gandalf avatar. Oh! With the Gandalf avatar. I like the looks of this. Oof. Black something. Rakdos Sacrifice, Blood Tithe Harvester. Coming in hot. Blood Tithe Harvester coming in hot. Maybe it's Rakdos Midrange, but I'm pretty sure whenever it's Jangatha, that does mean some sort of sacrifice. Watch Marauding Raptor go down, though. Oh, certainly not blocking that. Make him use some mana. Take it out. Or Fable. It's either removal or Fable. Not sure why they said oops. Okay. I mean, that could work. Of course, if they have Fatal Push, they sacrifice that treasure, take out Gwenna. I don't like it. Let's get Topiary Stomper. Let's do the safest thing. We get to 4 lands, and we will be at 5 next turn. We could go Regis or Alpha. Let's see if we draw out that Fatal Push, though. Do it. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Ugh, the dirty cat. At least they didn't get the cat. Oh, Witch's Oven. Not a pretty sight. Well, they don't have Mayhem Devil. Witch's Oven is going to sacrifice Kroxa. They're going to get 2 foods. I always thought this interaction was pretty rough. Do I trim Etali? I really want to try it out, but it is the costliest thing. Gwenna might go down, might keep us off Etali, unfortunately. I do like this though. Huntmaster plus Gwenna. Let's draw out you know what. Shifting and Regisaur next turn with Gwenna's untapping mana. Oh, there's the Fatal Push. Oh, no Fatal Push. This is good. This is very exciting stuff. Maybe that means Gwenna's going to survive or claim the Firstborn. I hate that card. Claim her, use her to tap, then sacrifice her. Man, that's not fun. Oh! What will they get rid of? Oh, Regisaur. Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. Huh. Escaping Kroxa, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, no, they can't quite escape Kroxa. That's good. Oh, they got the claims. Man, they got fortunate. 2 claim the Firstborns, and it's not even the top quarter of the deck. Ouch. That does tend to do the trick. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. That was just a series of unfortunate events. Perfectly for the opponent, of course. All right, well, I'm going to trim Etali. Trim Ancient Imperiosaur. Synthwave, yes, 100%. I do love those sleeves. I was thinking of getting the Forest one. Very tempting. But of course with the Galta sleeve, I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to do better than this. Of course, it basically tells the opponent what I'm playing if they've never faced me. They see my avatar. They see the Galta sleeves. They know what's up, which could inform their mulliganing choices, potentially. Maybe not the best thing in the world, but I do want protection. Big time. Ripjaw. Yes, please. And Reckless Rage. Nah, not Reckless Rage. Let's take it out. They got lots of dinky things. It's not... Mayhem Devil would be nice to take out with Reckless Rage, I must say. Nah, we'll trim Shifting. And Galta. All right. Yeah, that was it was very good stuff on them. I was worried again, like I said, about Claim the Firstborn on Gwenna. She untaps, taps for Kroxa, and untaps because Kroxa was at least 5 power. And that was rough stuff. This hand, of course, no source of red. Sometimes this does tend to happen, but Castle Garenbrig absolutely powers everything out. Powers out the big stuff. I would not want just 1 or 2. I don't think I would see Castle Garenbrig often enough at that to get to do this often. I mean, I could try it out. Nah. Oh, I guess it got worse. Okay. I should have kept that. Yeah. One more. Hope there's no turn 1 Thoughtseize, of course. Okay, better stuff, better stuff. Love it. Beautiful. The question is, Marauding or Topiary? I really want to keep going. Yeah. Let's do it. Hopefully getting a third land, locking in Gwenna or Topiary Stomper if or when they Thoughtseize Marauding Raptor, sadly. It's always there. A fact of life. If they do have Fatal Push, they'll probably get rid of one of the things at 3. Fatal Push Maraud. Oh, okay, I guess not. Well, it's crossing your fingers time. Bloodtithe Harvester. Cauldron Familiar. Who are they going to steal? That's the question. Where is the third land is also the question. Okay, not too bad. Nuts. Darn shucks. That's unfortunate. It happens. Well, they don't have the Witch's Oven. Maybe they will with that treasure token. We'll see. Okay, good. We got the third land. Is it too little, too late? Probably, I would imagine. Topiary Stomper can't block. We will take 6, 7, 8, 9-ish. Possibly dead next turn. Depending what they get. Oh, with the Hive of the Eye Tower. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, alrighty. We're not... we're not surviving that. That tends to do the trick. Yeah. Can't always be good. But I still love it live. Even though it is rough. No fear. No limits. We'll get her done. At least once more. I think it's almost 2 hours. Yeah, well, 1:32. Yeah, at least one more. One more. Let's get revenge against Control. Again, lots of counterspells. I am really thinking of extra counterspell protection. It's pesky to say the least. Something. Yep. I like the looks of that. We'll do it. Huntmaster, Topiary for 2 green if, of course, we haven't drawn that third land. And lots of lovely stuff. Castle Garenbig, like I was saying, very nice to get out the big things. So that also added into why I was feeling this hand. Feeling pretty good. Couple chances to get to the third land for Topiary if Huntmaster is stopped as well. But if we draw that third land, we get it for turn 3. Could be hasty shifting, which is also lovely. But probably Topiary, especially if we're drawing the lands we're going to get to Carnage Tyrant, 100%. No untapped black to get... Broker's Hideout. This is going to be... I don't know. Your guys' guess is as good as mine. Something funny. Elementals. Omnath. 4-color elemental shenanigans. Well, you know what we're doing? We're doing next turn Tyrannix Rex. That's where it's at. Gotta love it. Lotus Cobra would not trade with Huntmaster, but just in case it would, no. I want to preserve Huntmaster. I want to, Fatal Passage, of course, rough stuff. They're going to get 2 mana, one when it enters, one when they sacrifice it, and the land enters. 4 in total. Probably playing Omnath, Locus of rage and pain and suffering. Make a white. It's going to be white. Omnath. Boom. Oh, I've never played this before. Oh, it's a hashtag pre-recorded. There you go. Locus of creation and pain and suffering. Oh, Etali. Etali would be nice too. Huntmaster can give Carnage haste, Tyrannix Rex. I'm not going to be attacking with Huntmaster. Of course, they could trade with Carnage Tyrant double blocking, but they're not going to do that. Yeah, T-Rex, let's get that poison counter stuff online. Hit him as hard as possible. Harder a little bit than Carnage Tyrant. Possibly Etali is coming down next turn, I hope. I want to see Etali at least a couple times tonight. Would I have liked Etali instead of Ancient Imperiosaur? I don't think they have too many counter spells, so we could have had a bigger thing. We're going to see what the hits are, I hope. Hopefully they're splashy, but again, just randomly getting some stuff might not help you out. Might not be the best. Land, you can do it. Oh! Oh, they don't have much. Folks. Carnage Tyrant it is. Get him. Man, this is a good song for this match right now. Maximum aggression. Will we take out an Omnath? Do they have another Omnath in their hand? Probably. Play Omnath, play a Fabled Passage, make a bunch of mana, unfortunately. Make that Source of Red and play that Omnath that you're holding on. Oh! Okay, yeah. Well, they already played their land for the turn, so that is good. It is very good. They had to play the land to get the red for that. They're still dead. Phew. They only had basics. I like it. Well, we'll play another Carnage Tyrant.
Because that's why.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, the Etali wasn't doing much. But you must admit, a couple times, a few times, I've had Castle Garenbrig. Etali is reduced to 6, but I still can't play it because Castle Garenbrig is one of the 5 lands, but it makes only green mana. Choosing, red or green, of course, would be nice to get Etali. We were stopped again and again and again. Sadly, if Etali was Ancient Imperiosaur and we didn't have, a couple Carnage Tyrants, certainly we could have gotten that Ancient Imperiosaur down an 8/8, a 10/10 I would hope. Regisaur plus shifting would have gotten us to enough creatures that I could have tapped out everything. Maybe making that Ancient Imperiosaur, well, that would have been 4 counters, 6, 8, 10 counters with Huntmaster. 16/16 haste. Of course, Huntmaster doesn't have to give Ancient Imperiosaur haste because Regisaur Alpha gives Ancient Imperiosaur haste. I kind of like that. I like that in a pinch. Something to keep in mind. Interesting stuff, but I definitely think Castle Garenbrig, the All-Star, Ancient Imperiosaur, lining up with a deck like this that has so many creatures, 39, that is absolutely insane. Crazy stuff. 28 creatures are actual straight up dinosaurs, almost half the deck. Now that's a dinosaur deck if I've ever seen one. But yeah, because there's so many creatures, there's a very good chance, I would imagine, to get this down pretty big. Of course, Topiary Stomper, Fatality. Do I want to switch? No, I don't want to switch. But Topiary Stomper, using that as a fight target before you get to 7 lands and you get to attack and block with it. You use it as a fight target, you use it as a thing to convoke for Ancient Imperiosaur. Of course, this hand won't work at all. That hand will work a lot. Do need a source of red. You know what? I'm going to send one Topiary to the bottom. I want to hit my land drops for the first 4 turns. We got our source of red. We've got Topiary. That's going to be good. It's not like I would have been playing 2 Topiary Stompers in a single turn. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see. Xenagos at some point. I think that's going to be quite lovely indeed. Hopefully they don't have some sort of counter or removal. Lotus Cobra potentially, but they didn't play Lotus Cobra the previous turn, so I think we're safe. That darn Fabled Passage. Topiary Stomper this turn. Carnage Tyrant next turn. Xenagos the turn after that. Double Carnage Tyrant. So you're seeing again. Castle Garenbrig gets us a turn ahead. 5 lands tapped, but 6 green mana. Topiary Stomper gets us an extra turn ahead. Turn 4 Carnage Tyrant. Very nice stuff. It's not the fastest thing in the world, of course, but it 100% is my favorite. Now let's hope they don't have Leyline Binding. Cross your fingers. Hashtag pre-recorded. There you go. Doesn't matter though. We still get Carnage Tyrant next turn. Man, I play this game too much. That's unfortunate. Of course, they don't have to pop Fabled Passage. It does have the ability to tap for a mana of any color or sacrifice itself. And it is every type. If they want to supercharge their mana, make a little bit more, they will pop the Fabled Passage to have a land enter the battlefield. But that darn Leyline Binding, I should have expected something like that. If they have another one, it doesn't matter at this point. We've got the good old Carnage Tyrant. They could potentially exile Xenagos with a second Leyline, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Man, that's a lot of mana, my goodness. Fortunately, they don't have, I think, a big payoff. I might bring in Back to Nature, but I think Leyline Binding is probably the only enchantment that they have. Back to Nature, of course, taking that out. Lovely instant speed. It would be good, especially if they temporarily exile Gwenna. They flash it in, I take out Leyline Binding at the end of their turn, and then Gwenna I can use to tap and untap and do all that lovely stuff. Of course, they almost certainly don't have counter spells. Would I like Xenagos? Do they have another Leyline Binding? Do I want to try and test the waters to get that out? Let's try that. Let's see. I'd rather keep Xenagos around, but they don't have a whole lot. We still get to be nice and aggressive with Carnage Tyrant, though. Also pretty good. They could block with everything just to take it out. But we would take out quite a few things. Yeah, I don't want to attack with it. I'll see what they do. Let's see if they triple block. See what's up. Oh, okay, good. Good. We dealt a nice chunk of damage. I think we might get the job done. Leyline Binding, do it. Do it. Maybe not. Okay, we should be safe to go Xenagos next turn then. Oh. Huh. Okay, interesting. I guess maybe they got flooded sometimes, as it happened tonight. Very painful starting hands. Yeah, that's how she goes. Did we see too many instances, though? Keeping in mind, Etali, Primal Conqueror, or Ancient Imperiosaur, I think there were a couple there where I would have preferred Ancient Imperiosaur. I mean, we got some pretty cool hits, I must say. I think it was worth a shot. It's probably not a bad thing to have a couple copies in. You get that 7/7 trample, you get a bunch of free stuff, but is it the best thing you can do for the deck? Of course, you don't always have to do the best thing, but if you really want to optimize it, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Is an Ancient Imperiosaur just a better thing to do, a more consistent and bigger thing to do than this? How often are you flipping Etali Primal Sickness? Maybe not a whole lot. Maybe not often. Yes. Oh, another one. You know what? Just for you, Turbo Master, and anybody else watching right now later on. As DJ Khaled says, another one. Actually, I should record myself or just get a little clip of him where I can press it. Another one. Another one. Another one. If I face off against Rakdos Sacrifice, I get to say another one. Actually, that would be pretty cool if I'm facing multiple things. Ooh, okay. Maybe that's what I'll work on. This hand, I think it could do. It could. Absolutely. Of course, a little bit awkward. The Hunt Master, I like to see 2 lands, get to 3 for Gwenna. Worth a risk because it has very, very good potential. And of course, Castle Garenbeck, love to see it. There's that 3rd land. Let's hope they don't have anything for 1. We may just get her done. We got Gwenna at the very least. Is this, humans. Celestia humans. Well, that certainly is interesting. Next turn is going to be extra interesting. Cross your fingers, no ossification, brutal cat. Oh, Naya humans. That's pretty cool stuff. Well, certainly I'm not blocking. Rough, to say the least. Ooh, okay. Folks, strap yourselves in. This is about to showcase why you use Gwenna. This is what it's all about. She taps for 2. We play shifting. She untaps. Effectively, shifting cost 1. Gwenna taps for 2. We play Galta for free. Also why I want extra copies. We go Xenagos. We can go Xenagos and still Ancient Imperiosaur. Yes. Gwenna can tap for 2. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Oh my goodness. This is about to be, well, they're dead. Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Well, Turbo Master, I gotta say, I do appreciate you telling me to do another one. If you thought Gwenna was pretty good before, look what I did in a single turn. A single turn. I played Shifting, Galta, Xenagos, Ancient Imperiosaur. Attacking with a 28 haste and a 6/7, a total of 34 damage on turn 4. Of course, this is not the standard scenario. It doesn't always happen like this. This is, of course, the first lovely example. But look at the opponent. They had nice aggression, lots of big creatures. And then I smacked them so hard they are feeling pain and suffering. An absolutely perfect victory, though. It is humans. Ripjaw Raptor. Makes sense. Oh, excuse me. I drank my coffee too fast. Oh, my goodness. My coffee too fast. But, keep in mind, well, we probably could have gotten the job done. And maybe not, though. I wouldn't have been able to give everybody. It's not. Galta would have been... Yeah, Galta would have been 24-24. So that Galta would have still done it. But if Ancient Imperiosaur, say they were at a bunch more health. If Ancient Imperiosaur was Etali, very reasonable chance of that happening, it wouldn't have been quite so good. 66. What? Okay, I got a... Shifting. Ancient Imperiosaur, Galta. Okay, we had to lock something in. I definitely wanted to lock in my changes. Probably should keep Ancient Imperiosaur, but yeah, you saw how good it can be, how gross and disgusting. Maybe the opponent is thinking they're safe. They gained a bunch of life. They're at 25, 28, and they're like, ooh, I'm going to attack with everything, or I'm going to tap out to do a thing, and then we smack them so hard they don't know what hit them. They're stunned at the awesome and amazing damage. Hopefully Huntmaster or Marauding, but still, we get Gwenna, and you saw what Gwenna did. Effectively tapping for 8 mana. She tapped 4 times. That's pretty nice. Tragic. I don't like that. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Are we dead? Well, we're not dead. We get this, which is decent. Do they have removal? We can't block, so we're still going to be taking a lot of damage. I bet they have something. They're not going to let Gwenna live if they can take her out. Brutal Cathar. That's not too bad. I don't think. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah, that's how she goes. Sometimes you just you don't get the job done, but of course, humans, very painful stuff. Lots of fairly cheap humans, so they're gonna get quite a few bodies online. Maybe you take a game from them, but it's certainly one of my rougher matchups. Not that I've ever faced Naya Humans before. Certainly seems to be putting in the work, doing a good bit of damage. I still think I prefer beating up on Control. Doing some pretty explosive stuff, a little bit weaker creatures early. That's okay. Do really good against various things and not so much against something else. Jack of all trades, master of none, or master of definitely one type of deck and kind of painful against another type. Ooh, no lands. Well, a little better? Not better? 2 Xenagoses, the previous hand. Okay. We found a keeper, unfortunately. Gotta send... You know what? I'm gonna keep a Ripjaw, just in case. I'm gonna hope we draw that 3rd land. Rotting for 2, Ripjaw for 3, and maybe we get to make something happen. If we get a 3rd land, we get to go Marauding for 1, Ripjaw for 2, and get 2 pings. Land. Ooh, that's not a land. That's okay. Not the end of the world. Certainly won't attack with Marauding because I want to preserve both of them. Tadzik. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, imagine the translations and stuff for different languages do tend to get some interesting when you translate them. I think this is going to be good, though. Absolutely. We've got Ripjaw. We've got 2 draws. Bunch of creatures. Do I want to hit them for 8? Probably. I would think. Yeah, that's a good chunk of damage. Let's do it. Let's take advantage of that. That's good. And hope they don't do anything to Ripjaw. Hope it's not a brutal Cathar. Okay, I kind of like it. Yeah, well. Well, they're not attacking. That's a guarantee, which is certainly very nice with Ripjaw there. Oh, okay. I mean, we're not dead. Who do I want to take out? Probably Werewolf Pack Leader, I would imagine. So they don't draw more stuff. Okay, I like it. Man, what? Huh. Interesting. And maybe some of these things are coincidental. I would imagine some of them are. Can we make it last? Can we do something? We can almost kill them. Okay, let's do the math here, folks. This is the lovely thing about Marauding Raptor. Oh yeah, good game. This is what Marauding Raptor is all about. Marauding Raptor, both of them will be 6/6s. Dead. Done. Look at that. This is the nightcap of nightcaps. That's how you do it. Oh. Wow. Stunning. Stunning. Cut, how's it going? It's going very good tonight. I was thinking of ending it right there. Of course, I would love to continue this. For you, Cut, for anybody else watching later on, or just joining. I could do this for 3 hours, 4 hours. I wish. But of course, young kids, I do the best I can. I do whatever I can, whenever I can. And it's never enough, but it's always something. There is always room for improvement. Maybe you guys didn't think I would get it done. Maybe some of you saw what was about to happen. It doesn't really matter. Regisaur dies, that's fine. That's what you want to do, especially when it pumps up Marauding Raptor. So don't be scared to play creature. Nah, that scenario doesn't happen often, but when it does, you really get to surprise the opponent. Oh, just come back from the LGS. Ooh, that would be good. That would be good. I wish I could go down to mine a little bit more often. Now, I lost some. I won some. I still don't think Etali is super impactful, as I would wish. Everybody likes to play free stuff. That is certainly a fact. But do you want something that works a little bit better, at least with this variation? And I think Ancient Imperiosaur works out better more often than what Etali does. Popper, ooh. Oh, Popper does sound interesting. I was kind of thinking of making a Popper dinosaurs, but that would not be very good. It'd be kind of fun. Oh, 100%. I think Etali, an actual dinosaur list, probably isn't the best. Bouncing, just abusing that enter the battlefield effect. Stuff that doubles enter the battlefield effects, which there are a few, of course. Elish Norn, that's pretty classic and standard. Get Elish Norn, cheat out Etali, you double that, you get a bunch of stuff. 100%. I don't know. Hard to say, Cut. I haven't really looked into Popper. Again, I basically always try to be as competitive as possible. Best of 3 ranked. That's certainly my favorite way to do things, I must say. Yeah, it was good today. Hopefully you had a good time at your LGS, or anybody that regularly goes there. I'll get there, and I'll film some matches with dinos, pretend like I just started, pretend like, ooh, I thought dinosaurs looked cool and these creatures were neat, and I'll just play it off like I haven't done this before, and then the opponent will be like, oh, dinosaurs won't do good. And then I get to surprise people at my LGS, and they got this stunned look, wondering what just happened, what they were hit with. Colossal Dreadmaw. Oh, well, maybe I will. Okay, yeah. I might try it sometime. Definitely post it in the Discord, and everybody, if you haven't joined the Discord already, if you like dinosaurs, it's basically all that happens. So check out the link in the description. Have a good rest of your time zone whenever it is, wherever it is you are watching. Do good. Be good. See you next time. Peace. Oh, I forgot. Don't forget to like and subscribe for fantastic, calm dino action.